We are tired. This is our land. This is our country. They cannot come here and continue to benefit. I will try to throw the Bahamian people out. I am sick and tired. And this, I had to walk this beach the other day. I'm tired. Get this fence from here. Where is Dr. Menace? And I beg you, let your PLC DNA, I don't care who you all are. You all need to come over here and stand with these Bahamians, because guess what happened? It could be our children next. Yeah, it could be our grandchildren next. I'm sick and tired with this F&M government. I have to come to my office and deal with this mess today. Get this right.
Can you just tell us what the main concerns are of these vendors one more time?
Listen, what they did, the F&M mother supported the backyard, Dion Road. Let me call his name. What is going on with him? Because he having problem with certain fraction who speak up. He cahoots with Atlantis, cahoots with the attorney to keep certain vendors off the beach. I gone in, had to get back 10 of them on the beach because they don't want this man on the beach, the outspoken man who's speaking up for the Bahamian people. They decided that they're going to knock out the coconut man, and they decided they're going to knock out the umbrella vendors. That job was created by Bahamians. Why these white oligarchs come in this country to teach Bahamian people idea to benefit from it? We are tired.
You said some of the vendors, their properties were removed on the beach. Tell us about what happened. When did that take place?
They just found out this morning. Last night.
In secret.
They did it in secret. This woman, Miss Byfram, Gazelle Byfram, she never called me and never contacted me to let me know that those things was going to be removed. This woman knew I was representing the umbrella vendor and the coconut vendors. Right. I have emails trying to fight for these Bahamian people in this country.
On this one, we found out that some of those items were missing, some were broken.
You said some of the items were missing, some were broken.
I'll address that part of it.
Yeah, let me address that part.
It's sad to be out to be out here again. A few years ago, I was arrested along with 9 other vendors and other concerned persons as it relates to this beach being blocked. At that time, I was called by Dr. Minister to come out here because in his opinion, the beach was illegally blocked. At that time, this is a public access, and a public access will never be blocked by anyone. Alright, and the only way to settle this is by going to the House of Parliament. This has already been addressed in the House of Assembly and in the courts. Okay, and so today, again, we have to deal with this issue. Now, we have already spoken to the police, and we have already made an official request for the police to have this blockage removed from this public access. We've spoken to them. They have begun investigations to see who has done this. The police are dumbfounded as to how this would have been blocked. And so they told me to give them time to do some investigations. All right. In the meantime, I informed them that we are going to peacefully remove this gate without damaging it, that we are going to remove the boats from it and remove it without damaging it. We've already informed the police of that. All right. And also, we've already informed the police that we are in the process of making official police complaint as it relates to damage to person's property. Okay, and so the property damage are chairs and umbrellas and other equipment. And so some of the equipment are also missing. We believe that they are stolen because they are very valuable. All right, each of these umbrellas cost over $100. There's a man with over 30 umbrellas, and he lost that's thousands of dollars worth of loss. And so we have informed the police, and they have advised us to come to the police station, make a formal complaint, and that is what we are going to do. We are going to do this within the law, but we are not going to relent on this. We are going to be relentless, and this beach, this gate is going to be removed today, and we're going to make police complaints, and whoever put their hands on these people's properties and damage them, they are going to receive the full brunt of the law.
Now you said your plan is to take down the gate and remove the boats. There are vendors' boats that are still on the beach.
Remove the boats, the screws that attach the gate. We're going to remove the screws that attach the gate so that we remove it without damaging it to allow access. This is a public right of way, all right? And no one. This is like putting a fence. Don't damage it.
Don't damage it. We're gonna do it the right way.
All right. Yeah. And so we're going to remove. This. This is like someone putting a fence across a Blue Hill Road.
Right.
Okay, and so we're going to do this. We've already informed the police that we're going to do this peacefully. These people are hurting. The cruise ships are just now coming back. The tourists are just now coming back. Why do you take this time now to go and destroy these people's businesses and their economy? Also, I also informed the police, reminded the police of the law that there's some bulldozing going on the property next door, which is private property, and to destroy trees over 15 inches is against the law without a lawful permit. And so I told the police to investigate and make sure that these people have a permit. I heard the bulldozer stop, so I don't know what the situation is, but we are going to enforce all of this.
No, 5 years ago, the FNM would have been out here doing this exact same thing. What precedents do you think this at the Northern and the government, and this sort of thing is happening?
It shows that the same thing continues no matter which government is in power. They're always looking out for foreign interests. And we need to finally look out for Bahamians, man. All right, this is a public, the beaches are public, and according to the law, the Beaches and Parks Authority is supposed to protect. They're supposed to protect the beach access. Beach accesses are not supposed to be blocked. And so we see that the FNM was here all those years ago, 5 years ago. I was here with them. Minnis called me from my house that morning and told me to come with him. And I came, and we got arrested. All right, and we fought for that. I'm letting you know that we are willing to be arrested again.
Any of the vendors?
Let me ask you something. Dr. Menes, one of my informants just got a call. Could you tell the Bahamian people, for me, whether you sell the Western and the Paradise Island to this cruise line? Let the Bahamian people know that. Did you and your FNM government had a secret deal to sell one of this land to the Caribbean cruise? Hey, Dr. Menes, I'm speaking to you, Dr. Menes. I just got a call.
Jesus.
And guess what? The hotels, it's alleged that the hotels and all are upset because of the fact that you want these cruise ship passengers to come in here. And everything is tied up with this cruise ship. All these deals getting cut. They don't want to use the hotel no more. What is going on, Dr. Menes? You, the Igler. You know. Could you tell the Bahamian people?
Get them.
Huh? What's going on in this country? Huh? That's what's going on. And because the cruise ship doesn't want these Bahamian people to come in on the beach. Hey, Dr. Menes, it ain't so much a hotel, you know. It's you, Dr. Menes, who produced that deal to the Parliament. Dr. Menes, you's a wicked man.
Are you able to speak to how many vendors were impacted? How many of them, would have had, properties removed?
Okay, we got about 80 vendors that have license, but on the summertime, each one of us employed 3 to 4 helpers. So that could go to 500 easily. And that put food on the table for thousands of Bahamians. Babies are taken care of, school equipment is buy, whether it's laptop, computers, and school uniform. So for Mr. Menes and this government to keep cutting these secret deals,
yes,
and Bahamians always getting the bad end of the stick, we asking for their resignation if this continues. And we going to stand strong. What you want to ask, ma'am?
How long have you guys not been able to come on the beach and to work?
Well, from last year, February, March. Now we about a year and a half in, and now it finally hit the fan. Where is it? The ships is coming, and now they are running us.
Iman,
if this is not remedy, we guarantee it, the FNM will not win the next election.
Taking down the fence, guys. Oh yeah, the fence is coming down.
If you're just joining us here with Eyewitness News, we're currently at Cabbage Beach where several vendors have said their properties have been removed off the beach without their consultation. They have said that this is a public beach and they are prepared to be arrested to remove these gates. Nearly 5 years ago, vendors were at this same property protesting over similar concerns about access to the beach. During that time, several members of the now Minister administration were in support of those vendors. At the time, vendors were arrested for obstruction and damage of property.
Then they make way. Then they carry on. Hey, hurry up.
Now, the law starts. It's a very
Cabbage Beach vendors are currently tearing down the gate here at the entrance of Cabbage Beach. They said their properties were removed overnight without their knowledge. They're calling on the Minister administration to act.
Let me get that message. Yeah, they bring him on.
It is definitely raining.
Take down the gate. Take down. I gotta take down the whole gate.
Yes.
Take down what they put up.
Take them things.
Take them
Just
down.
move them. Don't damage them. Take them on the ground and put them to the side.
That's the beach access. Thank you. That's the property. That's beach access.
I don't know the other one who come and line out. He won't get slapped, but let me do right by this.
Hey, what's up?
We're here today. Are you concerned about the consequences that you guys can face? Seeing as back in about 5 years ago, similar vendors would have gone through the same things in attempts to, break down the fence. Are you concerned of being arrested and charged?
Hold on.
He walking around and he can't be in it.
Concerned?
Deal with all of them. Who ain't dealing with rights for the people left?
I'm not concerned.
No. Why they can take a
Nobody has authority in this country to put no gate in the front of the public. This is a public access. This is the Bahamian people property, Huh? Concerned? Ma'am, couple of them being locked up. I ain't worried about getting locked up no more. I ain't being locked up. I ain't being in jail. I don't care. It's about the Bahamian people. You got to do what's right in this country. Let me tell the Bahamian people something. When I get locked up the first time, You know what my friend tell me? Martin Luther King get locked up several times.
Hundreds of times.
I am willing to get locked up again for my Bahamian people. I ain't going through this no more.
You said negotiations would have started with either the hotel or the government in terms of what's going on here with the beach. How's those negotiations been going?
Oh, they shut me down. They ain't want to talk to me no more. The last conversation I had with Miss Pipe from attorney from Atlantis, she could tell me the umbrella vendors ain't coming and the coconut vendors ain't coming.
That's right.
She ain't give us no reason whatsoever.
Right. She's violating the law.
I don't understand this, and then all of a sudden the gate going up. No, man. And by the way, as soon as it's raining up, I will go and see what's happening on the government beach. Like we are going on the government beach to see what's going on. Yes, see? We can get this umbrella and we're going to walk down where Lattice is, and we can find out what's going on. And by the way, let me teach Bahamian people something. The tides. Anytime the tides come up, wherever that tide is, if that tide rise up to the hotel, that's the Bahamian people beach.
Public, yeah, that's right.
That's the public beach.
That's up to the last high water mark.
You hear what he said?
Last high water mark.
When I been on the beach?
Hurricane times.
All the way up to Atlanta's hotel.
And she is absolutely correct because she is a lawyer. She knows the law.
I am going to go on the government beach. And I want to see what's going on up there. Because guess what? We need to know what's going on.
So can you outline your demands for the government here today?
First of all, don't let this fence go back up here no more. Secondly, if the government let these people purchase the property, the government need to buy back this land. I want the public access to this beach. Whoever they sell it to, we want it back. No government have the authority in the world to sell the public access. That's the public beach. Thirdly, these umbrella people need to go back in there. They need to be competition with Atlantis. The coconut people need to go back in there to go sell their coconut water. And the hairbreaders, they need to go back in there. This is my demand to this government. Why gonna let these foreigners come in here selling coconuts, it's alleged, and bring umbrellas, taking the Bahamian people out here? No. Dr. Menace, these people are poor. And by the way, they voted for you. They voted for this F&M government.
Open for changes.
And that's what's happening though. They are my demand to this government today.
How far are you guys willing to go to get your demands met?
Thank you very much.
We'll go to his houses if necessary. We'll go to his houses if necessary.
We can beat Parliament by. See, Dr. Menace, this thing is a joke. Just a little bit of crowd. Watch what's going to happen shortly if the Bahamian people don't get their demands. Them same F&Ms who being over here, I need them to come back over here too. Lincoln, what you have to say?
The thing that we need to understand clearly is if this public right-of-way was sold, we need to know a couple of things. Did the private owner know that this was a public right-of-way? If they knew that this was a public right-of-way, then they took this over knowing that it's a public right-of-way and that they should never be able to move access to this for the Bahamian people. There's no way that they can say that they didn't know because this has been the case publicly for a very long time.
That's right.
It has been very public.
That's right.
The public right-of-way cannot be blocked.
That's right.
And so we are going to do whatever it takes. We are going now. As soon as the rain stops, we're going to make official police complaints for the damage done to these people's property. We are going on the beach to inspect to see if any of the equipment that is not here is on the beach. So we're going on to this access now to determine what is missing and what is there. And we are going to file civil suits if we have to and criminal suits in order to deal with this matter.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's walk in.
Yeah, let's go on the beach.
Yes.
Sorry.
Why do they have to close this off?
And guess what? We get up to say. Just for this. I think we come to Parliament for you now.
Oh, Jesus. If you're just joining us here on Eyewitness News, dozens of Cabbage Beach vendors have gathered out here today to protest what they said was the removal of their properties from the beach. Those vendors said they came this morning and met a gate at the front of the beach access and are calling on the government to answer several questions. Vendors have said some of their properties were damaged, some are missing, and thousands of dollars have been lost as a result of the removal of their property. They've now made their way down to the beach.
Right. This is the beach. This is where everybody waits for. I've been out here for 30 years. Listen, all the quite a dispenser report. This is what they own. Where the fence is. All of this now from here on is public access. The high water mark, see the seaweed? All of this is public access. So they only have rights where the fence is. So for them to come here and take our equipment from here is a violation. Then we make sure fence off what they own. Where's your bar? So what you doing here?
Yeah, let me do something.
Some of your brothers are here. How much weight up? How much your brothers are?
Who chairs there?
They own where the fence is.
Yeah.
All of this is beach. Beach start water, straight up there where you can see the last high water mark. So we made that determination 15 years ago. So he bought that, not this. Nobody can buy it. This is public, okay? This is public.
So what he bought? He bought this section over here.
All the rest, rock, over the pine tree, is public access. Owned by the crown for the government and the people of the government.
This is seaweed. This is seaweed. Seaweed is one of the things where the high water comes. And so even if they want to claim the part on these rocks, they cannot claim anywhere where the seaweeds have been washed up because it is proof that the water actually comes up to that level.
No, they can't.
So the seaweed comes here, but they own where they have fenced off.
That's it.
They don't own the rest of this.
I want to say
So
something
all
on that.
of this
Well, what I want to say is, the seaweed, see, Lincoln comes here, but I'm here all the time.
Seaweeds go way up there.
When you
Waters
see
go way up there.
hurricane diamond, swell tide, the sea wide spring tide goes beyond far away the fences. So whatever the individuals, that foreigner, that special interest guy who is Nobel Minister Moron, he owns the fence. Where the fence is. All of this wood the rock by the pine tree belongs to us. Me, you, and all Bahamians. The beach is owned for the crown, for the government. The crown is the Attorney General and the government. But the people are the government, and we are the majority. And the majority will rule. Okay, will rule. So, what is happening today is a crime. It is a total crime. I've said once again that you come from that water there to that fence up there. It's public access. It's the beach is owned by the crown for the government. It's up to the last high water mark. I've been on this beach for 35 years. During springtime and still hurricane wave, the beaches go right to that fence.
Sir, do you guys have plans to bring your equipment back on the beach today?
Maybe by tomorrow.
No, today we're gonna make a police complaint first, and then we're gonna bring the chairs back
we
here.
can bring what is good. They done destroy $5 million worth of property. How does it work? If you destroy my equipment that gives me $30,000, $40,000 a year, over the period of 5 years, you're looking at $500,000. So you're going to get the brunt of the law for taking away my vacant utilities. And it's a crying shame in 2017, Hubert Menace walked the beach with us, and he was instrumental with us removing the fence then. Where is he now? Oh yes, he walked the beach with us. Lincoln, am I correct?
Yes.
And he said the vendors will be protected. Every time I see, what's the gray hair guy who own tourism? With him in the eye glove. Oh, the beach vendors. I know that. Where's you now, Mr. Igler? I understand this guy working with all of y'all against these vendors. I thought I had Travis Robertson making his contribution in Parliament, and you know what he said? Entrepreneurship. And now you're violating the entrepreneurs. Which side you on? You're flip-flopping. I'm saying that the F&M government, we asking for you to do due diligence. Do the right thing. The officers up there, we're not lawbreakers. We working with law. Lincoln being, we could get a little radical, but most of the time we enforce the law. We started out together. So this issue is bigger than it looks.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Can we just get your name and tell us how long you've been a vendor here on the beach?
My name is Ishmael Sutherland. I've been a vendor for 26 years.
And what do you do here on Cabbage Beach?
I own the chair and umbrella business, one of the chair and umbrella businesses out here.
And so you, some of your products were removed from the beach. Tell us about that.
All of my stuff is removed, including all of the other vendors. We've been out here for all these years working. We don't like it. We really feel bad about that because this is our livelihood. This is all we know. This is the work that we do to provide for our families, you know, and it really hurts us. So this is something serious. I'm an F&M myself. Okay, I work for Mr. Greenslade. He's not aware of this because he's actually away right now. But once he comes back in town, I'm definitely going to be on him about it.
Do you have like a dollar amount of value that of your
Equipment.
some of your equipment that was damaged or missing?
Altogether, I have 90 chairs and only 42 are accounted for out there. Some of them are still broken from being transported from here to the front.
And this happened just overnight?
Just overnight. None of us knew. We just got a call and saying all of our stuff was being removed in the front. We must come and get it and take it in. That's all we know.
And tell me how things have been for you over the past few months during the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's been hard for me to start off from the pandemic. I have, you know, I've been working with the F&M, so that's how I've been, you know, that's been my help for being on the beach. But this is all I know. This is mainly my livelihood. This is my life. So I can't leave this and just walk away. You know, this is not just something that I can just turn my back to. Because this is my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been having my own business and dealing with my family for decades.
And how old are you, sir?
44.
And I'm assuming since you said you weren't here every day, that means you would have had some employees. How many employees did you have?
2 employees, one standing right behind me. Chip.
And so now this leaves them jobless.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, I know all the police gathered out there.
Hey, Maria.
Right here, see me right here.
Maria, we can stop now. We going on there.
Why we going on there? No, of course. Make it ready to go up.
No, we need to make that one.
If you're just joining us here on Eyewitness News, we're currently at Cabbage Beach, where dozens of vendors have stormed the beach after removing the gate. They claim that their equipment that was left on the beach, umbrellas, chairs, other items were removed from this property overnight without their knowledge. They said they've lost thousands, maybe even millions of dollars as a result of the removal of their property. They are currently calling on the government to intervene. They are currently calling on for answers. Jesus Christ. Eyewitness News is going to remain on the scene and follow the story. For more on this, please tune into our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And watch our news at 7 at Eyewitness News.